Hi! Hello everyone! Here I am. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Puspita Maharani, and this is my presentation about my favorite country. Happy watching! As you can see, the place is Mexico. So, Mexico is a country located in North America and bordered by the United States, Guatemala, and Belize to the southeast, the Pacific Ocean to the west, and the Gulf of Mexico and Caribbean Sea to the east. It is the third largest country in Latin America and also the most Spanish-speaking country. Now, we move on a brief history from Mexico. For nearly 3,000 years, Mexico hosted several advanced civilizations such as the Amerindians, Mayans, and Aztecs. The arrival of Spanish colonizers under the wise Hernan Cortes for the first picture, as you can see, in the early 16th century, and their victory over the Aztecs in 1521 marked the beginning of the era of Mexican colonization. During the colonial period that lasted from 1521 to 1810, Mexico was known as Nueva España, or New Spain. The area's claim include areas that now are Mexico, Spanish Caribbean island, Central America to Costa Rica in the south, and area in the southwestern part of the United States and Philippines. On September 15, 1810, independence from Spain was declared by Miguel Hidalgo y Costilla. There is in a second picture. In Dolores, a small town, this was the starting point of the War for Independence, known as the Mexican War of Independence, which ended with independence in 1821 and the formation of the First Mexican Empire. After independence, all countries in Central America, except Chiapas, agreed not to become part of the empire. After the fall of the Mexican Empire to the Republicans under Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, the First Republic was formed with Guadalupe Victoria as a first president. In the 1816s, the country was once again attacked, this time by French troops, who wanted to install Austrian Archduke Ferdinand Maximilian as Emperor of Mexico, with the support of Catholic allergic and conservation Creoles, but his reign ended in a bloody event in which Benito Juarez, the former president of Mexico, has been re-inaugurated as president. After Juarez's death, anarchy ensued and dragged on for 30 years, beginning with the Mexican uprising led by Porfirio Diaz in 1910. The rebels had killed the Allied army, but they were forced to face upheaval inside, and the country was in a state of conflict for another 2 decades. The uprising ended in the 1913s. The Revolutionary Institution Party, or PRE, took over the government and was in power for 70 years until the end of the 20th century. By July 2000, the National Action Party, PAN, led by Vicente Fox Quesada, had success in wresting the country from the PRE through free elections. In addition, President Fox was forced to deal with a policy problems in this country known for taking bribes. This coupled with the extremely high crime rate, especially in Mexico City, is a major problem in the country. Next, we're talking about culture in Mexico. So, the country of Mexico is an indigenous Aztec Indian. The ancient culture of the Aztecs that is still held is the Voladores dance festival or flying dance. In this dance, a man is tied to a pole wearing a feathered costume like a bird, with his legs tied to a high pole. This dancer flew up and down around the pole 13 times. Mexicans believe that the spirits of their deceased loved ones will return to visit the living, so they decorate their family grave with flowers, candles, and food. The celebration is called Dia de los Muertos. Modern Mexican culture is the mariachi group dance. The dancers dance around the sombrero hat, the female partner. Piñata is also part of Mexican culture. A piñata is made from pulp. It is created to look like popular people's animal or fictional character. Once made, it is painted in bright colors and filled with candy or small toys. It is then hung on the ceilings. This culture is usually played for children at Christmas. Children try hard to hit the hanging piñata blindfolded until it breaks and release the content in the form of toys or candy that will be distributed to all children. Mexican traditions and customs are distinct and varied. Every region has its own tradition and festivals, and each society has its peculiarities. Mexican culture has evolved over time and has a unique character. And there is a top 5 local food from Mexico. On the first is nachos. There are also tacos. These tacos consist of an omelette and a combination of potatoes, sausage, or bacon, while nachos has a very simple shapes. Nachos consist of tortilla chips dosed with melted cheese or guacamole sauce. It was first created in 1943 by Ignacio Nacho Anaya. Today, many franchise companies make nachos with other flavor variations by still using tortilla chips as the base ingredients, but toppings of vegetables, fruit, or sauce that distinguish it from traditional nachos. You can find these two snacks almost all over America and even some Asian countries. Number 2 is guacamole sauce. Guacamole is a typical Mexican sauce made from avocado mash and mixed with the lemon or lime juice. If you order Mexican dishes, usually always pair it with the sauce. In some regions, also add tomatoes, onions, and finely chopped cilantro. Mexicans used to serve it as a luxurious appetizer. Guacamole has been known since the time of the Aztecs in the 16th century. The culinary is not only popular in Mexico, but also famous throughout the world. People there make this sauce to eat nachos and tacos, as well as grilled dishes such as fish, chicken, or meat. Its unique taste gives a touch of pleasant savory and sour taste and characteristic aroma to the meat. If you like the spicy taste, you can add a little jalapeno pepper to your dish. Number 3 is chocolate Tabasco from Mexico. Mexico is one of the best chocolate producing countries in the world. Chocolate became the prima donna and was very popular with the kings of Mexico in ancient times. It is said that chocolate is the food for the gods. You certainly like chocolate-based food. many preparations such as milk, pudding, jam, and others. Chocolate has also become a symbol of love and affections. According to researchers, chocolate contains alkaloid substance that can bring a sense of happiness. The origin of chocolate was first discovered almost 5,000 years ago in Mesoamerica. It can be seen from the archaeological evidence found along the Orinoco River. Cocoa or chocolate drink has been around since the Mochaya and Olmec civilizations. The Mayans adopt the word cocoa from the Olmecs. The next one, we have burrito. Burrito are one of the typical Mexican food. This meal consists of wheat tortillas filled with various meats such as beef, chicken, or pork. These cooked meats are usually the only filling, and then rolled with the tortillas just now. And in the United States, the contents of burritos are more varied, such as rice, kidney beans, cabbage, tomatoes, salsa sauce, guacamole, cheese, and sour cream. This causes the size of the burrito to be larger. Wheat tortillas are usually baked or warmed for a while to make them more tender and easier to roll. For the last, eat tamales. Tamales are rolled omelets where the main dough is made from cornstarch. After being rolled and rolled, the tamales will be given a filling in the form of chicken, beef, and pork that has been cooked before. This dish is not only delicious but has a unique taste of the country. When visiting Mexico, tamales are a must for you to try. The last but not least, we're talking about tourism in Mexico. The first place, we have Zocalo. Zocalo is an ancient city belonging to the Aztecs that has a very large square. This town square has been named the largest square in the entire world. When visiting Zocalo, you will be invited to feel at the atmosphere as an Aztec trip. You will be presented with ancient dance of the Aztecs against the background of the magnificent palace belonging to the Aztecs. And the middle, we have Cancun Beach. Cancun Beach is one of the most famous beaches in Mexico. Cancun Beach is famous for its underwater panoramic beauty. So, this place is very suitable to be used as a diving spot. For the temperature of the beach itself is only around 20 degrees Celsius, so will not make you feel very hot. Cancun Beach is also famous for its very exotic afternoon atmosphere. Number 3 is Catedral Metropolitana. Mexico is one of the countries whose citizens are predominantly Catholic. So, it is very natural that in this country there are many very magnificent churches. One of the most iconic and magnificent churches in Mexico is the Catedral Metropolitana. Although this place still functions as a place of worship, this place is also open for tourist attractions. Catedral Metropolitana is the oldest church in the Americas. This church was a building belonging to the Aztecs. The Spanish who at the time colonized Mexico turned the place into a church. This church building has a very magnificent design typical of the place of the Kingdom of Spain. Next, in the left one, we have Museo Saumaya. Museo Saumaya is a museum that has about 60,000 art items. The attraction besides the art items is the very unique shape of the building. The shape of building has a curved shape in the middle and widens at the top and bottom, coupled with a silver wrap as if to make the building come from the future. Next, Palacio de Bellas Artes. Palacio de Bellas Artes is an art gallery that has a very magnificent and beautiful neoclassic architectural style. In addition to its architectural beauty, this building also presents a variety of art performances ranging from dance, music, opera, theater. In addition, this place also displays the work of photographers and world-class painters. The last one is Cuixmala. Cuixmala is a protected forest area managed by the local government. This place is still maintaining authenticity because the manager wants to make it so. This is the main attractions, especially coupled with resorts and hotels that offer the beauty of Cuixmala's cannery. You can look around the beach, the forest with diverse animals and vegetations, and other green atmospheres. If the time is right, you can also see the process of releasing turtles into the sea. So guys, it's enough for me. Hopefully you enjoy my presentations. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.